Hey guys, it's me, Kayla Patrice. If you don't know, well, now you know. And if you're returning, then hey, thanks for coming back to my channel. So, in my eye makeup tutorials, I never show skin. So, I just thought I'd show y'all how I do my skin and how I achieve this super smooth, glowy look. So if y'all want to see how I do that, then just keep on watching. Alright y'all, so I'm starting off with my Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Primer. Right, and then I use almost any foundation, but today I'm gonna be using the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation, and I'm in the shade F13. Believe it or not, this foundation is actually really good. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with the damp beauty blender. So like I said in my intro, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because this is basically what I do in like my tutorials when I don't show my face portion. So at least you guys can know like what products, like my main products that I use and everything. And you can do this with any foundation. So I'm doing it with this foundation because I'm not about to use my expensive foundation because I'm not going anywhere, because you know we're all quarantined. So this is the foundation I'm using, but it's actually a really good foundation. So to conceal, I'm using my Maybelline Instant Rewind in the shade, what shade is this? Tan. This concealer is bomb. So I start with one that's a little closer to my skin tone first. This concealer is so bomb. And then I go in with Sand. And I take the same beauty blender that I blended out with my foundation. So I like to blend my under eye last, mainly because if it sits, it builds the coverage. So that's what I like to do. So normally I would use my Sasha Buttercup Light Powder, but since I said I'm not going nowhere, y'all, I'm gonna use my CoverGirl True Blend Banana Powder, and I'm gonna use that to set under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and then my chin as well. I'm just gonna make sure everything is nice and blended out. And then I'm just gonna take some on my sponge, shake the excess off, and set right under my eye. like to go ahead and put some powder on the side of my nose as well. Right, then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques little setting brush and kind of just tap the powder in. Y'all, I don't really like this powder, hence to why I never use it. Well, I don't ever use it, honestly. I think I used it maybe like once or twice. And then I finally bought the Sasha, and I never went back to using what I was using before. See, this is why, because Sasha doesn't do this to me, but it's okay, everything's fixable. So to further kind of set my under eye, I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder in the shade Golden Caramel, and again with my beauty blender. So mind you, this step you don't have to do. I used to do it and then I stopped, and then I just recently started doing it again because I think it just makes my under eyes look so snatched and good. It just looks really good. And this also kind of will add some color back in from that powder. I know we're looking crazy, especially like in this area, but don't worry. So I'm gonna take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark with this NYX powder brush, the number rubbed off. But I just go ahead and I'll just tap it around this area. So as you can see, the whiteness around my mouth is starting to go away. So I'm going to put that everywhere on my face, avoiding the areas that I highlighted for right now. And then once I have most of the product off of my brush, I'm just going to go ahead over top of where I highlighted just to tone it down a little bit. Alright, so I don't really contour like that. The only thing that I really contour is my nose, but most of the time I just bronze. And to do that, I have been using the Morphe Glamour bronzer, face and body bronzer in the shade Phenom with this huge Morphe FB1 brush. And I just bronze my skin. This bronzer is so bomb. It's so bomb. I love this bronzer. It just blends out perfectly. It's just bomb. Like, do you see this? It's bomb. Right, and then just to kind of separate the jawline and everything, I'm just going to take whatever's left on the beauty blender and just like swipe down just a little bit, just to clean up anything that might have, you know, you don't want too much but you want enough. So boom. All right, so personally, I like to do my highlighter after I spray my face. So depending on how I feel, sometimes I use one setting spray, sometimes I use two. Today I think I'm gonna use two just because I'm gonna be using this spray that I made myself, which is basically almond oil, some Mario Badescu, and then some Artist Couture Illuminati highlighter. And then I'm going to use my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Alright, so I just shake it up real good, and then I spray it. So the reason why I made this setting spray is because, one, listen, the MAC Gold Light Setting Spray, no comment, but this one leaves like a finer glitter. It's not really a glitter. I guess it kind of is, but you probably really can't see it. Let me see if I zoom in. So it leaves like a finer sparkle bling to the skin instead of being super glittery like the MAC Gold Plus or Gold Light is. I kid you not, when I used the MAC Fix Plus, the gold one, I had chunks of gold on my skin, like chunks. So this one is a lot finer. For highlighter, I'm going to go in and use my Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold with my Morphe M510 brush. Alright, y'all, and then for blush, I'm using my Juvia's Place the Saharan Blush Volume 2, and I'm going to use these floor blushes, just going to mix them together. So B, Yara, Sola, and Tao. And I just, boom, put it right on the cheek. And then I just finish off with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Alright, y'all, so this is how I do my complexion every day. Unless, sometimes I switch my primer. Instead of doing like a luminous primer, I do a matte primer, but it just depends on how my skin is that day. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's oily, so I just tune it to whatever my skin needs for that day. So if y'all enjoyed this video and y'all think my skin looks looks flawless, smooth, and dewy, then make sure you guys thumbs up this video. If you guys want a matte foundation routine, I will definitely do that. I can do that because sometimes I don't like to look dewy and I do like to look matte and go without the highlighter. So if y'all want to see how I do that, then comment down below. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and share everywhere. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.